This week's Torah portion, Noah, has the very famous story that everyone knows since childhood, the story of Noah and the ark and the flood and the dove and the olive branch. It makes for great children's literature. It makes for great literature altogether. And that begs the question as to its role in the Torah itself. Because traditionally, as we look at the Torah, Torah is supposed to be the Word of God. And if that is the case, then everything in the Torah is true, in quotation marks, that it's accurate, an accurate description of what actually took place. And as we read the story, honestly, as we read the story, we understand that this has never happened before. We have never experienced a flood of that magnitude in which the entire earth is covered with water and only one family and animals can survive inside a boat. And so, is this accurate? Is this true? Is that how we're supposed to read it? And if that's the case, is that how we're supposed to read everything in the Torah? And so this leads to my perception of what the purpose of the Torah is. It's not to provide us with a historical account of everything that happened and a description of very specific people and their role in history. It's rather to provide us with an understanding of what our Jewish history is all about, the underlying message of Jewish history, that is, and more importantly, what it means to be a religious person in constant connection with God. The Torah provides us stories and laws and concepts that help us be better religious people. And sometimes the stories are fanciful, as in this week's portion, and sometimes the laws are very strict and detailed. But altogether, put it all together, the Torah is a book of great religious message and great religious meaning, even in this week's Torah portion of Noah. Shabbat Shalom.